Hi, I'm Michael Albor, and I'm here with my friends at HairClub, and today I'm going to be able to do some styles for you, some formal wear styles and some bridal styles, and I get to work on my beautiful model, Fabiola, who has some gorgeous hair, and I'm so excited to try some of these styles on you. Okay, so the first style that we're gonna do on Fabiola is gonna be on this top excess of the head. And when we work on the top excess of the head, we're gonna pull all of this hair into a ponytail, and we want it to be even in line with her chin all the way diagonally back. So let's get that started. The first thing that I wanna do is I'm gonna take out some hair to use later. So I'm gonna part the hair from ear to ear and clip that hair out of the way. So the next thing that we're gonna do is now pull the rest of this hair into our ponytail. So what we're gonna use to do that is a smoothing brush. And what's great about a smoothing brush is it has nylon bristle and then boar hair bristle, and it's gonna pull the hair, the nylon bristle, and then as we use the boar hair inside of it, it's gonna actually polish that hair. The most important thing anytime we're pulling hair up into this top axis is to make sure that we get that ponytail perfectly placed. I'm gonna actually have you tilt your head straight back for me, just so that I can make sure that I get that right at the top. So we're gonna pull this hair a little bit back more for me. And then what I'm gonna use is 2 bobby pins on a rubber band. And I'm gonna stick one side in and then hold that bobby pin with my finger and then wrap the rest of the bobby pin around till I run out of slack. And then when I run out of slack, I'm gonna stick it right in. It doesn't matter where I run out of slack. I don't have to have one bobby pin on one side and one on the other side. Just exactly when I run out of slack. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap a piece of hair just to hide that rubber band. So we're gonna take this little piece of hair right from behind, wrap it around, and I'm gonna go in with my spray. And what I'm using is called Style Fixer. It's one of our stronger aerosol hairsprays, and I'm gonna go really close. Most of the time when we're using aerosol hairsprays, we want to make sure that we're at least 12 to 14 inches away or the length of the can, because aerosols are meant to go on the hair dry. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going to go close because I want to create almost like a ribbon effect just to keep that hair really nice and taut around the head. And then I'm going to take a bobby pin, and instead of trying to stick my bobby pin on the very end of the hair to keep that in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right above, and I'm gonna take a little piece of hair right above where I ended and just stitch that really tight inside. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to separate this ponytail into different sections. And I'm going to lightly back comb each one of these sections. So first, let's brush it as we separate it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a comb and I'm going to lightly back comb it. When I'm back combing these sections, I'm not gonna go through all the way with my comb. I'm just gonna drag down hair from right inside all the way to the scalp and lightly back comb this. Then after I back comb it, I'm going to take my Style Fixer, spray it lightly on both sides. Now I'm 12 to 14 inches away, and then I'm going to lightly brush over the top and just smooth that hair out slightly. Once I get it smooth, I'm gonna go back in with my Style Fixer and spray that hair again, and then use the top of the can just to kind of lock that hair in and make it super polished. And then what I'm gonna do for right now is I'm just gonna pin that piece away. I'm gonna keep repeating this 2 more times. So I'm gonna take another section of hair, comb it out. I'm going to back comb this piece of hair. When we're back combing, what we're really doing is taking shorter pieces of hair and bringing it right down to the base. So I'm gonna lightly back comb this hair together, all the way up. And then I'm gonna take a brush and then brush that hair right out after I spray it. So first I'm gonna spray with my style fixer, and I'm gonna go 12 to 14 inches away. Then I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna start brushing that hair. This is gonna be a rounded shape. Anytime we're brushing out a rounded shape, we're gonna brush on one side of the shape, then the other side of the shape, and then the middle will kind of pop out so that it stays round. Once we get it brushed out, we're gonna take our style fixer again, and we're gonna spray just to lock it in, and then go down with the coolness of the can just to lock that hair in and make it super, super polished. And then we'll take another clip and pin that right out of the way. So now we're on our last section, and depending on how much hair someone has, we could do this twice. Even on Fabiola, we could do it maybe 4 times. But for right now, let's just do 3. So we're gonna take this hair, back comb it all the way through, and then we're gonna spray it 12 to 14 inches away, and then we're gonna brush it on one side, then the other side, watch the middle pop up, and then we're gonna brush it again, then we'll spray it again, smooth it with the coolness of our can just so it's really, really polished. And then this piece we don't have to clip away. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bobby pin on a net. This is just a little hair net that you can get anywhere. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bobby pin and stick it right inside her ponytail where we end it. And then we're gonna cover and place this whole section of hair. And then really easily, now I can maneuver this hair and it will stay exactly where I want it and make really cool wrapped pieces of hair within seconds that are gonna stay as she kind of dances the night away, right, Fabiola?
Yeah.
Because I know that you love to dance, right?
Yes.
We're talking about you. Dancing, dancing, dancing. So now we'll take another section, we'll take our clip out, we're gonna place our bobby pinned net piece of hair over the hair, encompass all of this hair, and then we are able to wrap this piece of hair around and really give it a really wonderful shape. And what's great about placing the nets in the hair is that what happens is the hair is gonna stay a lot better and kind of be more humidity resistant to the elements. Keep moving it around and then just stick this right in. So now let's go to our last section. One more bobby pin on a hairnet. We'll stick that right in. Pull our net right over. And then one thing when you're doing bridal work, when you're doing formal wear work, is a lot of times, you know, it's an emotional experience, right? Because when you're going to a wedding or you're a bride, you want to look great, right? And as hairdressers, a lot of times what happens is that we feel that a lot because we want you to look gorgeous. So the most important thing for me too is to really make sure that I'm actually like stepping away from my work so that I can really see exactly what I'm doing. And now we kind of have it in place. So now let's just go back in and just make sure we love and like our shape. So you can keep maneuvering and maneuvering this hair, especially since it's within those hair nuts, and make sure that you feel kind of confidence that that's gonna kind of move and create some really cool, beautiful movement. Especially in hair like Fabiola's, it's so dark, right? You wanna create some movement, and it's harder to see movement within that hair that's so dark. Okay, so now let's start on Fabiola's side. So what I'm gonna do is just a nice slip pull across the side and kind of create like a soft feeling of a wave. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unclip the section. We're gonna take our comb and right about diagonally, right where her eyebrow ends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this section of hair and we're gonna pull it in our hands and then lightly just kind of drape it right next to and into the back. Now is when we want to start taking hair out. When we want a little hair to fall softly, where we're going to take hair is right here, right in front of her ear, and a little bit right where her eyebrow is. We don't want to take hair all the way down. And then in the back, we're going to spray first, once we get the shape that we like, with our style fixer. Always now really making sure that we're that 12 to 14 inches away. And then what we'll do is just pin this piece to the back. Now we'll work on the second piece. And as we work on the second piece is where we're really gonna drape it down and around her face. So we're gonna, again, pull this hair right back in to our top bun and then pin it in. As you're separating sections, it makes it a little bit easier than if you were trying to drape the entire section of hair. It gives it a really pretty more draping effect. So now let's work on our other side. Again, the same thing. What we're gonna do is take our pin out. We're gonna again go right by the eyebrow, at the bottom of the eyebrow, separate that hair diagonally, and then what we're gonna do is kind of pull that hair right in to the bun and drape it into the bun. And then pinning it. And then our last piece, we're gonna drape right back and just lightly pull over and into our bun. What you'll notice too is I'm not opening a lot of bobby pins. Even when I'm going over surfaces like that, I don't want to weaken a bobby pin because I want it to stay really strong. So I'm just lightly lifting that bobby pin and I'm not opening it. And then I'm just gonna wiggle it right into that section and then come back down. Then we'll just polish her right up. Using our style fixer to get all those little flyaway hairs right in. And then I love the softness of this cascading in the back. All right, Fabiola, let's put in a little bling. I know you love a little bling, right?
Yes.
So let's put in a nice little piece of jewelry in here. And this will really help to kind of accentuate the style. I love these pieces that actually you can move the kind of leaf sections around on loose metal. And so we'll put some in there. And then anytime we're putting other pieces of jewelry, I like to think about 3s and 5s. So in here, we're gonna just put in 3 other pieces to accentuate all the wave in the back. And it really helps also on this darker hair, really to see movement throughout your shape.